There we go. Am I on? Let's see. Yes, I am on. Okay, there's some people on here. I am totally in my like lounge, ready to go energy. And just so you know, I actually did an amazing karmic video. It's on my Vimeo and the link will be below. It's the intro, which you can all watch. It's like 20 minutes long. And then the other part of the video is about 40 minutes long. And the broccoli girl's back. First of all, I'm going to post it as well after. Give me a moment. I'm going to take one more puff. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. I'm on here a little early. I thought I'd be here about 15 more minutes, but I'm like, I'm just ready. So let's start. Oh, and then 1 second. I'll be right back. Give people some time to join. Sorry. Some of you know, like, I don't actually smoke on camera. So anyhow, let's begin. Oh, my kombucha. I got kombucha because I already had a warm drink right before, which was broth instead of tea. It's pouring rain out. I was supposed to go out today. I wasn't supposed to. I was planning to just get out of the house and go out. This amount of rain, I'm not going nowhere, and I'm really happy to be in my loungewear already and be ready to start this. I'm going to turn down the music in a moment. I'm just going to shuffle first because the cards are still needing a really good shuffle from the last reading. So lately I've been guided to not pick up cards off the, like, I pick them up, I look at them, but I don't consider them having a place here. I feel like they're almost equivalent to reversals from some decks I don't even care about. There's something noted there, but I just haven't felt like they were meant to be on the table. Even one card fell from the table on the floor, and I'm like, no, we'll pull a different one. But you can watch the intro just like a YouTube video. It's just on Vimeo because I didn't want to post too much on here. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to post that one on here. Karmic people, the karmic videos, you know, they do very well, but they're very triggering. And that's that for people that can't handle it. I feel sorry for you. You know, just look at it as entertainment when it gets real, or look at it as educational so you can know the inside of the minds of the people you're dealing with. Can you guys hear me, by the way? Because I'm filming on my computer and it's a bit far. So can you just let me know that you can hear me? Good. Or I don't know what else I can do. To be honest, I can speak louder. That'll be straining. No. Okay. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Almost ready. I just need to shuffle this one last deck. That could be messy if I don't. I'm going to move it. I don't even think you guys can see the candle today. Oh, and I have those cards. So for the other, I'm not going to use the little character. The broccoli girl came back. Like, she's the hippie with the long hair, and the broccoli, the stinky evolved broccoli was what clarified her. And interestingly enough, there's another woman there. It's not that the person has two women. It's that the other woman is either describing the fact that the feminine can see right through the broccoli girl, or just in general, people with a mind like ours, for example, a sensitive mind, they can see right away that this girl is a faker. The storyline for what I pulled on the other karmic, I hope this is totally different, is what I'm hoping. Because that one was great, and I got a full reading of it. Like, you know, everything that's going to happen. I just need to shuffle this deck a couple more times, and we're good to go. So thank you, everyone that's joining me. This is a touch of tarot. Hopefully I remember to, if I can, cut the beginning part off of this pause. We're like 5 minutes in. And we're going to see what's going on with the karmic for whoever this relates with. And as I said, if you are in any sort of a rush or anything, you can always check out the other video and come back to this, because this may take some time. Super thirsty for some reason. I brought 2 drinks. So happy it's raining. Okay. Is there anything else I want to discuss while I'm here? You know, I'm just going to tell you this. I have my personal overall feeling about, I'm going to say generally, about what's going on in the collective. This is what I really feel. I feel a lot of people near the end of 2019 started setting boundaries and standing their ground, probably because their person was getting a little more distant, especially because it was Christmas time and celebration time and they had family to deal with or whatever it may have been. And during the transition, especially with the Capricorn energy, people just switched. They still love the other one, but they just love themselves more. So what I feel happened is it made it easier for the distance because you weren't trying anymore in this situation. For many people, I truly believe, and especially over the last few days, more and more I'm believing this scenario is what's going on, is that your person ended up going back to their karmic. And for many of them, the purpose and reason is because they thought, okay, I can work this out. You know, my divine woman, she's done with me anyways. Perfect. I guess I'll just stay where I am and I'll work this out and I can do this. Or I'm going to test it and see, maybe, you know, I was wrong about that one. I'm already here. Maybe I'm meant to be here. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. And yeah, they probably are. Well, not probably. They're part of their own problem too. But they're like, you know, maybe it's just me. And so they try to work it out. I don't know, you know, but this is what I honestly feel happened. And what I feel happened, so sometime within probably the moment they tried to work it out, and who knows how, like right to this day, right? But somewhere within there, like I feel like it was pretty soon after, because when you go and try and work something out, you've done it when you were young and you know, in your old ways, you had an argument, like I'm talking about young, right? So, you know, you have someone in your life, you argue, you break up, and then you're like, I changed, and they're like, I changed too, or whatever stupidness. And you get back together, and within not even a week, usually right away, you know, there's so many people, like they go on vacation to make up and they come back divorced. It's so weird how this happens. There's so many people I know of that actually got married after being together for 14, 10 years, 12 years, and ended up getting divorced almost right after. So it's like they tried to save the marriage or the relationship and they get divorced. So this is honestly nothing to do with this reading. I don't know what's going to come up here, but I do feel that that is the current scenario for many people. And I know there's the other group of people that you still just haven't friggin' spoken or saw your person. And, you know, I wish I had an answer for you. And especially when you tell me it's been, I almost said 90 years, you know, like you tell me it's been 20 years or whatever it has been for you. I do know people firsthand who have had their person come back. When I first started this channel, the woman I lived with, I gave her a reading and I told her someone's coming back. She's a grown woman, 3 kids, you know, woman. I'm not sure how old she is actually because she looks amazing for her age. Because she is a beautiful energy within inside. She's made peace with herself and her situation. Anyhow, the person from high school, her true love, while I was in the residence, ended up calling her. She couldn't believe it. She had no idea. They ended up spending the night on the phone all night. And I don't know what happened after that. But I do know he wanted to see her. He wanted to reconnect with her. And I don't know if she did because maybe she was still mad, but she was definitely happy to see him. Okay, I'm just picking these cards up because I do want to use them. These are just major cards and it's from 2 different decks. I have 2 decks here that I've mixed in 2 different piles. So that's kind of interesting. Like 4 decks, 2 and 2. So let's begin this reading, okay? Once again, because I'm probably going to have to, if I can do it or I'll timestamp it, okay? About 10 minutes. So thank you for watching A Touch of Tarot. This is the Karmic reading for Friday the 24th. Oh my gosh. Of January. I hope you guys are feeling good. I'm already feeling your energy, guys, and I'm feeling it in the pit of my stomach. So I know you're anticipating what's going to happen. It doesn't mean anything. You're just anticipating, but I'm feeling it. I don't like it. So don't worry. Okay. So I have to listen myself here because I swear I feel your guys' energy. That's bizarre, but I feel it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Someone's energy. Okay. So anyhow, let's get the overall status of, I'm going to say the household. Okay. But for many of you, they're no longer in the household like that. Like it's not a home. And even for the reading I did earlier today, I think it's the broccoli girl from before. And technically they're not together, but for some reason they have this situation going on. So I'm just going to say just tell us what you got to tell us. There's only a few cards in this deck. It can't be that much. I can't take that much from it, So give me one card. One card. I'm going to take this one. Interesting. And the bottom. It's interesting because for me, this card is the Divine Feminine. It's the only card in this deck that I ever consider the Divine Feminine. And what this has to do, this is part of what's going on here. What this has to do with is she has 1 foot almost out the door, 1 foot in. Do I stay? Do I go? I'm not in contact with this person. I have no idea what's going on actually. But this person, this Divine Feminine, or you who's watching, you do know on the 5D level or the spiritual level or the higher level. You do know that there's something going on. You know that you don't know if it's going to end in disaster, but you know it's not good. And I'm not talking about you and your person. I'm talking about your person and the karmic. So this is just a beginning message here that you know a lot of this. You feel it. And you're debating, is it worth staying or going? Okay. And the masculine being here knows you want to leave, whether or not you're in communication. I don't think many people are. And if you are, maybe it's partial. And this masculine here is like, what did I do? I took this gamble. I bet on the wrong person. I bet on the wrong situation. Look at me now in my own home, in a bed alone. Look at me now. What have I done? What have I caused? What do I do next is what this person is thinking. Turmoil. What's the next step? And I just want to see what I'm seeing here. There's a card here that shows a basement, and it's almost like a part of the house like this, and it looks like it comes down. But I feel, because I thought for a second I could see the staircase to the basement, some stuff has come out. A lot has come out, and it's probably not about out in public, out of the divine masculine or out of your person personally, that they're actually starting to feel and realize stuff has come out of their personal basement, of their personal closet. They have had the skeletons come out. And this is part of this energy here. Not only have they probably actually gambled money or lost money in businesses, took a gamble on a business, because their whole life seems to be about taking a gamble. They took a gamble with the person they're with right now. I'm just joking a little bit there, but they seem to think they know every time. And as much as many of us know most of the time, I don't know anyone that's had 100% correct everything, correct assumptions on everything, correct knowledge on everything. So here we go. I'm actually tempted to see what we get. I'm going to pull from this category. We have the problem. Why is this one flipped over? If it's the same one as earlier, no, it's not. Okay, we'll put the problem out and see if we can get a character. I don't know what this one is. And I don't feel like to pull anymore. I'm feeling like those two. Listen to this, huh? I don't always pull one from each category. There's 4 categories: problem, character, resolution, and setting. So for the problem, we have a dead body, but it came in reverse. For some reason, it was in reverse in the deck. I thought it may have been the one from earlier today. It's not. And it says a lot. This person felt like they were dead where they were. There's something here about a wake-up call. I'll tell you why in the next one. So a dead body, like everyone's watching it too, you know. You're dealing with someone that may know a lot of people, or they know the, part of the community, maybe part of the legal force or the fire force or the police, because there's red tape here and all that stuff and the chalk outline. Maybe they deal with the dead. Anyhow, point being, this person felt like they were basically like nothing, they didn't even exist wherever they were. And the funny thing is, they had many people around them that probably watched this, and knew this deep inside. We know deep inside when we see those couples, and there's just something, you just know when you see a couple in love, and then and we don't always know. Like I said, no one's 100%. Like maybe someone looks a certain way on the outside, and when they get home, it's different. But often you can energetically sense either, they're just together because they're both in the same business, or they've had a long time together, no longer really that interested, but they stay together. Like you can sense. And I feel like a lot of these people knew this masculine energy, or whoever, if you're dealing with a feminine, whatever. But this person it's like a dead body. I feel like, not having sex either, and not fun to have that with, for sure, if they even were. So for the character card I pulled, we have the returning champion. And this tells me this person normally is an upbeat, uplifted person, very goal-oriented, gets their goals, chases their goals. And that's part of what got them into this, right? They set their sight on a goal, and I guess they're that type of an animal where they go for it no matter what, and they lose focus of everything else, or did back then at this time, because this does look like a young energy, right? Like I feel it looks like a young, like extra smiley energy. And this one here, I just feel like he's a little bit more overweight now. He's wearing a business suit or something like that along those lines. I just feel like, this is more embodying what he used to be. And with this being in the reverse, there's going to be a return of his old energy, his or her old energy, eventually, one way or another. But at this time, we have someone who's normally super happy who feels like they don't exist, okay? So I'm going to clear the energy because, I don't know, I'm feeling a few different things. And I just want to make sure that we don't carry on. I want a different reading than before. So I think I'll pull this after. Let's pull from here. So the feminine, half in, half out. I'm going to put these cards down just for reference purposes. The masculine stressing out about his gamble. Tell us about the karmic situation here. What's going on? Okay, so we have a rose. This is about beauty and rugged health with the key. Let's see. All right. Ooh. I'm already getting a message just like that. I think I have to just start there. So this is what I get, and here I go. This was, I get this energy here, okay. So with the rose, it doesn't say anything about relationship, or it just says beauty and health, or rugged health, which is interesting, R-U-G-G-E-D. To me, that's, or maybe it's rugged. I would think it could be rugged or jagged because of the thorns on the rose, but this is what I get, okay? This person, your person, met the other one, and on the outside, everything looked great. They looked, happy. They had some vibrancy to them, and I'm feeling like the karmic person was maybe a bit of a show off, to be honest. Like, it's a rose, right? And they have thorns, a little spunky, a little bit maybe of a, just want to, I'm not saying makes fun of people. I'm not trying to say that, but someone with some bite to them who feels better than others at times. Because a rose still is a bit delicate and fragile in its own way, right? But it's a show off. It thinks it's the shit. People in this day and age don't even like roses anymore. And not in that sense, but I mean, they would rather an exotic flower, a lot of people nowadays. Sorry, now I'm like, I don't want my alarm to go off. Oh yeah, my alarm won't go off. Anyhow, so sorry, I have to tune back in here. So with the rose energy, I do just pick up this energy that this person thought, like, this person may have a classic look to them as well. They may have one of those classic looks and think that, like, I'm the classic. Maybe I'm just saying, for example, because to me, in my mind, a classic look is either like blonde hair, blue eyes naturally, or like brown hair, brown eyes, like the natural look. But they might have that type of natural look, or they were that type of person who was, always dressed in what they're supposed, what people wear on TV or whatever, like Lululemon or something. I'm not putting down any of this stuff because I know we all have Lululemon pants, but I want to give you the vibe. So this person, I don't know, they just were that energy, and I just pick up that spunky part because they have to have something to them to get this person, to get this type of a character. They have to have a little pizzazz to them as well, okay? So yeah, so your person meets them, whether she planned it or he planned it, whether the karmic planned it or not, it was a success. And with the key here, this is a certain success. I don't know why. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of words here, but what I'm noticing is certain success. So it's like they got it. They did it. It's like they caught a fish. And I keep on thinking of a fish for some reason. And it's like they caught them, Let me just see what else I get here. And this person, either that they got, your person that you're inquiring about, either I feel like, it's saying they had money and they were safe with their money or something like that, responsible with their money, and then they meet this person that loves to spend money as well. So it's like a perfect match in a sense for that type of stuff, right? So let's see what else we get here. I'm going to still stick with that. So this is a little background. So person indicates, oh, wow, weird. So, here we have a card that literally talks about divorce, but it also talks about happiness. This is clouds. And I'm just trying to get an image in my mind here. So what happened here is, I'm going to go back to the domestic happiness part, which is at the bottom, is the bottom sentence. There was domestic happiness in some sense here. This person invested in this relationship or in this situation. There was investments from your person. I feel like this is like a 7 of Pentacles energy, whether it is or isn't, is what I'm picking up. And the thing is that this happiness, this domestic bliss, soon turned dark. And it turned to the, like, how storm warning, this is clouds, right? Like storm warning, like they started picking up senses during this investment. They may have been together 7 years, 9 years, whatever. It doesn't even have to be that long, but I'm saying for some it may have been because they did invest in this karmic relationship. But it's like they had the storm warnings there. It's like they could even predict some storm warnings, just like the newsman, right? Like the weatherman. And they didn't listen to that. They thought, no, I know what I picked. I picked the right one. Some of them do have children as well with this person. But there was a disagreeable energy that turned into a terrible surprise here, okay? And why? Like maybe it was too late or something like that. The broken glass foretells ill luck for long years. And at sometimes death, of whatever. I'm not going to get specific here. But the broken glass, this person in some ways may have had some, and thank you so much for being here, Sandra, may have had some karma, and I don't often pick up like it's personal karma often. Some people do have it, for sure, but often I've been picking up it's generational karma. So it's just something, and it makes more sense, right? Because think of it, if you think of something a certain way and you have your kid and you're dead set on believing that this is true, whatever it is you're thinking, and you teach your kid that, well, you're spreading that karma to them in a sense, right? Or you're spreading that energy for them to get into that karma. So I often have been picking up generational karma. So we have number 44 here. It's a broken glass in like a bedroom, there's an empty seat there, wooden seat, a lot of wood here, which tells me, it's a rooted situation. It's something that has had some time, some history to it, some depth to it. And this foretells of ill luck for long years. I just wanted to get the exact wording here. For long years or death. And you know why it says that is because if you keep yourself in a situation long enough, or, just depending on whatever the universe has set for you. But if you keep yourself in a situation you're not supposed to be in, anything can happen to get you out of it, because probably that person has somewhere else they're supposed to be, even if it is causing trouble, or someone else has somewhere else to be. And if you guys are going to stay together, it's not going to happen. And anything can happen. And often people do get illnesses, and illnesses are often as well when people become more spiritual, and that's when they become more enlightened. And then a lot of people, they do survive and they think it's a miracle, and it is a miracle, but it's also their energy has shifted into surrender of what caused that, and letting that go. And a lot of people do realize it's something inside that helped that manifest easier. Okay. Like I said, people can get colds a lot easier when they're upset. So yeah, it looks like this person had some bad luck basically put on them for many years ahead. It's like they fell right into plan, right into place. Shoot, I don't like to see that. But the death card, it's passed on. It's like they took on someone else's, as a new kid, as a new, because it's the sun card here, this is masculine energy. And this is the 3 of hearts, which can be the 3 of cups, but I'm picturing karma from 3 of swords type of energy here passed on. And here, this other card that came out, it's about mice. It talks about loss, difficulty, retrievable. The loss will be retrievable. So the loss can be retrievable. This person can regain their masculine energy. This person can come back from the dead. I don't know. That's looking grim to me, but it's good to know. I like that I read that last sentence. We needed something good there. Now, did we? No, we didn't. So let's pull an energy for the masculine, or I'm going to say your person. So whatever your person is that you have in mind here, for your person. Ooh. And for the karmic. Oh gosh, see, I feel like you're definitely with a person that is a loving person in general. This card says mirrorment, and I often do look at it like a mirror card, even though I know it has nothing to do with that because I've been corrected on here. But for me, it's almost a twin flame energy. So this coming up for your masculine, because of the card that came up for the karmic, I feel like this is in your masculine's energy, in the sense that this may be what he's thinking of. At first, I was going to go along with the line, like maybe he looked at this karmic person as that, but the karmic is coming up as a thief. So, or thief energy. So I feel like there's 2 completely different agendas here. And, even this is what I'm getting now. For some, the masculine is a peaceful person here, and they do just want to be in harmony and get this along and do this dance and do what they got to do and move this along, and do it as peaceful as possible. But I do feel like generally, energetically in the masculine, you're dealing with a very calm person, I don't know, I'm just picturing old fashioned in a sense, like, you know, we can handle this, we can deal with this. But I'm feeling like the karmic's motivation is, how do I get the most and get out of here? Or how do I take the most with me? Okay, I'm going to pull some more. And I'm going to say this, these people were meant to meet. This was meant, obviously, we all know that. We don't need me to repeat that. But this is all meant to happen. You're part of a bigger plan. You really are. So for the masculine side, please, or your person side. Let's get another energy. Is there just one more energy? Tell us something. Okay, then how about we clarify this card? Let's see. That's always good to do. I'll do one more. Look at how that landed. Bam. Let's see what that is. Ooh. Woo. Took a long time to come out for a reason. Oh my gosh. And I'm seeing an eyeball here. You know, oh, and the love here. For some, the masculine, this can go, I don't want to take two roots in this, but I'm really picking up divine feminine energy in this reading. You didn't show up in the last one, I don't believe so, in the one I have on Vimeo. But here, and that's why I'm saying, more than this being the relationship that's over, that, yeah, I can talk about, you know, that this karmic situation is dead. I pick up so many other messages. I pick up this. I pick up that the karmic is watching you guys. I pick up, or the karmic, I don't know if it's like energetically. If the karmic is watching you guys, it's not necessarily the best thing, because they have a plan of some sort. They have some big plan, this karmic, okay? And that's no matter where this card, like what it's trying to say, that is a message here for this as well. But what I also pick up is your masculine may be watching you. Your masculine is in love with you. There's definitely a higher level connection here. And I do believe your masculine is watching you and thinking possibly that you're happy, or that you've moved on, or that you're no longer. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was going to message you, actually. I forgot to respond to you. That's so kind of you. I love that number, because I was going to tell you, go for the karmic reading. You didn't have to donate, but thank you. That's so kind of you. So as I'm saying here, your person, I do feel your person's watching you. Definitely. I almost feel like this together is the Page of Swords type of an energy. And your person is watching you. And I think for some, your person thinks either, this is a better way to explain this. Your person thinks time is running out with what he wants, okay? So you see they have the hourglass. And they're thinking time may be running out. I don't know if they're seeing you with someone else, or if they just see that you're a lovely lady and they just are like, why would she ever wait around here? But I do feel that this person, regardless of whatever situation that death card goes for, its time is running out with something. And we already had, you know, the first card that came up. I really feel like your person, whoever's relating to this, may need to check up at the health like at the doctors or something, because this is the death card, but they will be okay because it came in reverse, a dead body. This person feels like they're losing themselves, like they're losing the good old days, like their good old self. Because remember, we had that energy of the champion. This person was a good kid. He grew up and did good. I just feel this. I don't know. Everyone's a good kid, you know, in general. But, you know, they had goals. They went for them. And they've lost a lot of themselves in this lifetime. So that's sad. So more about this karmic. It's like she stole the life out of him. And guess what just came up here? And this is the widow card. But it's like she does this for a living. Whoever the karmic is, it's almost like they're doing it regularly. They just suck the life out of people. They survive, you know, she's going to get what she gets, however it happens. But there is a definite energy here of a bloodsucker, a life sucker. This is the card of loss. Maybe this person convinced this, your person to work with someone because we have the loss energy here. This is all about the karmic, that energy. I mean, the widow, the bloodsucker, the thief, the energy of loss, and that sucks. Unbelievable. I'm actually going to get characteristic here for the karmic first, please. It's my own little, I amplified this deck just a little. Give me one more, because that is true. It's true in a different way. Okay, yes, I'm happy we got this. I feel like, oh, I remember. Okay, I was looking at that card. I'm just wondering where it's from. Okay, so we have the Fool card and we have the Judgment card. Now, these cards are not about what they actually are. It's more about what they represent. And for me, the Fool card because I actually looked up all these cards today and the planets and all that type of stuff. But the Fool card can be someone who's very innocent, who just does what they want, to be honest. Like, if it's that type of Fool energy, the interesting thing, because these cards are based on TV shows. So sorry if you don't like the TV show or the TV show host, but this is about last week tonight. But isn't that funny? Maybe for some people, this is the last week. This might be for whatever's going to happen, because the next card that comes out is the Judgment card. And this represents fire, and it represents Pluto. I'm just trying to think of what else I learned about the Judgment card. And it's interesting because I think of the Justice card as Libra. And I remember I read the Judgment card. They said Libra. It's so bizarre. It's like, I guess, when you go to different tarot readers, a lot of places have different add-ons to the description. So the Judgment card came up as Scorpio, Libra, maybe Aries. Maybe those are signs ruled by Pluto. Maybe that's why. So this is one energy here. Let's see what else we have for the side. What energies for the masculine or your person? Let's see. And yes, I mixed two decks here, so it's so nice that one from each deck came out. Your person likes to take their time. I'm going to say that. Your person likes to take their time. Here we go. The Emperor. And please, I'll take one more description. The High Priestess. That is someone, that would take their time. The High Priestess is represented by the moon. Some of the major arcana cards aren't necessarily represented by signs, and I'm sure there is a sign for the High Priestess, but more importantly, the moon energy, which talks about emotions, which talks about time, which talks about waiting. You have to wait till that next cycle comes to do what's right to do for that cycle. The Emperor card here makes me, and this is from Game of Thrones, but it can be saying this person has a plan, as it's been saying for a lot of the karmic situations lately. This person has a plan that they're not talking about. They're not telling people, with the High Priestess energy, with that moon energy, keeping things to themselves. They'll come out when it's ready. So those are two energies here that we are dealing with. Now let's get into our actual cards. The cards, okay? Let me shuffle this even more. So this is going to be about the karmic situation. Imagine I spilled my juice all over me from my kombucha. I would just have to continue. I'm live. Oh my gosh. I never thought of that. And I will say, some of you know I've been dealing with anxiety. And I realized a whole bunch about it. But point being, I used CBD today. And, I work with CBD and I have for a very long time. But I haven't been taking it lately. And I used to take it daily. And I just stopped for some reason. I think because I've been more focused on other stuff. And I actually took some today. And I do believe it worked because I had to do what I had to do. And I didn't have anxiety at all today. And I don't normally have anxiety. which is what's driving me crazy. So it's something to do with the energy. And I think I have too much energy. And I told you guys, so I started giving it to the earth. And it worked. It's worked. So yeah, I really feel that the masculine, because I'm just noticing the Hermit card is at the bottom here. And so the Hermit card, when I did the research on it, the first energy I got for it was Aquarius, but it's actually Virgo, we know. But the first, terminology I saw in it was Aquarius, but it's Aquarius season today. So when I see something like that and I see the Aquarius there, and it reminds me, this is current energy for some of you that have this situation going on. Like, this is the current energy. This is the current reading. Okay, so what's going on in this situation here? What's the overall energy? Okay. Three cards came out. Wow. So the overall energy, we have a 9 of Pentacles, we have an 8 of Wands, and we have an Emperor. Now, almost always, but if you guys watch if you even would notice this, right, you would notice at times I refer to the 8 of Wands as an action card. But in general, it's about communication. In general, it's about love or loving messages. It doesn't have to be, though, but it's about different ways of contacting someone. Phone calls, faxes, emails, text messages, you know the rest, mail, So what I feel is not that there's some sort of a loving energy going on between the two of them. I feel a lot of this is going on. I feel that there's the karmic threatening to leave this situation. Fine. Let's ask, does he care? Or if it's a he, but I'm feeling like the karmic is the one, because you guys can't see the way the cards are facing me. The way they're facing me is this person's kind of looking behind and going into the past. So it's like they're saying, don't test me, I'll leave, I'll become single type of thing. Like they're leaving a little bit, but looking, I'll leave, I'll go. If you don't want me to stay type of thing, I'll go. And this person in front of me, he's looking back and he's like, I'm leaving anyways. Or he might be threatening. Who knows what the conversation is between them. But this masculine energy is going forward, but looking back. Okay, so there's something here with the body language. There's a lot of communication going on. I want to, and we have the King of Swords at the bottom, and I didn't pick up. It is fully about the communication. So I was going to ask, is this nice communication or not? But with the King of Swords, we already know it's not nice communication. But let's just pull an extra card just to see. And especially when the King of Swords sword is down, it's serious. It's going to bring you down, Ooh, money, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? Wow, right? So King of Swords, King of Pentacles. Is this conversation a nice conversation? No. It's a serious conversation that's going on, or communication that's going on between them. And it's probably about money. This karmic is saying, I will leave. She's technically facing forward, but the energy of the action is of her moving, of this woman moving, because the action is facing her. And I do believe she's saying, like, I'll leave. I'll become the 9 of Pentacles. I'll get 90% of your money or whatever, maybe for whatever reason, this one will get a lot. And I've told you guys before, someone has verified what I said is true. Depending where you are, people that haven't even been together more than 3 months can end up getting a lot, even a house or an apartment. It's no joke, and it doesn't make any sense. So be careful, where it looks like someone lives, because they can turn on you in 3 months, in as little as 3 months, depending where you are. So there's some sort of communication going on here about money, fighting for money. I want to be out of here. Maybe this person saying, take my money, I'll make more. I'm a King of Pentacles, which is what they should be saying, to be honest. So tell us more about what's going on between these two. Yes, I love it. I love that the World card came out with the Wheel of Fortune, but the World card is facing up. So I'm going to tell you, I actually cleared all these cards. I already shuffled them and I wanted to shuffle them even more. These two cards came out together in the last reading that's on Vimeo, except the world was in reverse because they weren't finished yet. But this is what's going on here. So let's see. This couple, it looks like actually they probably are in the process. Let's clarify this before I get ahead. Because I have the very soon card here, and underneath that is the Tower. So maybe it's not that they're in the process just yet. Maybe this Tower is about to come. It's about to get ugly. So let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune in the world is what I want to know. What's that about? Okay. It's coming. It's coming. I'm telling you guys, I at first, like, I don't know. I said it's coming, even though it's just the Four of Cups, but it is coming. The Five of Wands and the Eight of Cups. This is going to get ugly and there's going to be walking away. It's okay because one person's getting their Nine of Pentacles